Okay, so got this thing done. Um, yeah, it took about an hour or so, maybe just a little over. Um, so here's the leftover parts. I don't even know what this is for. Oh, maybe, you know what, this is, I think, to push out the rims. I was looking for a tool, and it's like, "Oh, there's got to be a way, because you can't just pull it from here." Because what I'm going to do is, well, I'll show you how it looks like. Here's the 162, 164 scale um, Civic. You can see in this comparison. Of course, too bad they don't paint the tail lights. That's something they should have done. But yep, it's kind of cool that they always include a little die cast with this. This is nice. I mean, for the price, and basically no printed part. I mean, no, virtually no stickers unless you really want to use them. Um, it's pretty good. And you get this, you get extra wheel options, and in some cases you can modify it to, I think, change out some body parts. Not in this case. I think everything is set. The only thing you can change out is just adding decals. I'm trying to think. The S2000, I don't think there was any real difference in that either. But the Honda, I mean the NSX, definitely has some extra parts so you can change out even further besides just decals. And these wheels are supposed to be replicated here, and yeah, it pretty much looks like it. Though I think these look larger. Pretty close matching color. This has actually a bit more metallic in it. This is what I'm used to seeing, like this. I have seen like this teal green, which is teal Civic in this color before on streets, and I don't think it was custom painted. I've seen enough of them out there back then. But it looks more. That looks. That seems more believable and what I've seen than the color here. This is more like a solid teal instead of a metallic, and I don't think I've ever seen that myself. But it is what it is again. But overall, it looks pretty nice. Did a nice job shaping most of this. I think it looks infused like what it's supposed to. I do feel that the taillights are a bit larger than I remember them being, and you can see perhaps in here they should be slimmer. If anything, I think that I don't know what this black piece is. This should have been maybe teal as well. And actually, the body or piece, what's underneath here, probably should have been up like one more layer of body or something. Just thin this part out a bit. It seems a little bit wide, or tall rather, but it is what it is. And again, actually, I'd have to check, but if I recall, it was almost all red across. It didn't have amber signals on the corners. It was, I think it was. I seem to recall it always being all red across, except for in the clear areas where you need the reverse lights. But from what I recall, I don't remember seeing ambers here. Definitely remember red. Maybe in the front, but then if there's JDM, they don't tend to use ambers a lot. They like to leave it clear. And maybe for some reason, if this is a JDM Japanese version, maybe their Civic had these ambers on it. Maybe the Americans didn't. So yeah, I did two sides, so you can see how it looks like with the, I guess I would consider these bronze colored wheels, rays. I like this style more, but I have to say I'm not too crazy about this color with this car, this body color. I don't think it really matches. I mean, these are racing wheels, so sometimes people just don't care and they just put them on just to, well, these are racing wheels. They're supposed to be lightweight. You race with them. They're not supposed to necessarily, look good or something. They're supposed to be more functional than form, right? But I don't know. For me, I'm styling a car. I want it to look good all the way around. Even if it's performance, you want to make sure it works. And I don't feel, I like the style of the wheels. I just don't over this one, but I don't like the color. And I do think I'll probably pop them off and spray paint them silver or something. Most likely silver. Gunmetal would be kind of cool too. We'll see. Gunmetal and teal. That actually works. But I think silver too. Be very clean. Versus here, the white against this actually works better, or with it. But I don't really care for this style wheel. I don't know why. Just didn't appeal to me. Same with the. I think this is what they had on the, as an option on the S2000. Yeah, not too crazy about that. I'll see when I can get around to painting these silver and then trying it, and I'll revisit this model a little bit later when I do. But overall, pretty good. I might dare say, yeah, I was thinking this part is maybe, I think this part of it might be, or maybe even up to here too, it might be sitting just a little bit flat or low compared to how it should be. This should be just a little bit more above here. This is, I don't remember being this close to the fender line. This is more, almost like the S2000. So this is really low. I think it could be thicker. And we'll compare it to this because this, you can kind of see it already. Maybe not so much in the front, but I do think it should be just a slightly bit thicker, not so low. But definitely by the doors and towards the back, this does seem a bit close to this window, don't you think? It should be more body, fender, whatever you want to call it, underneath this window. And perhaps overall, maybe this should be taller, a little bit taller as a consequence, but definitely there should be more underneath here. And you can see, even on this, you can see there's definitely more between the window and the top of the fender near the tire compared to that. Right? So, but, you know, overall, I'm not complaining too much about it, although it sounds like it might be. Anything to change? I can't change the color of the car, but, and I don't think there's anything I can do about this to make it thinner. You got the Civic and stuff, and I don't think this is a very specialized part too. It's all printed. Yeah, this is printed here, and not on the end, but then these are printed. So yeah, not much I can do about this unless I can find some sort of vinyl or something, add some body in it to thin it out. But then that part, I could probably do that, but then the Civic part is the trick, is that it'll be so low and close to that line that it wouldn't look right. I don't know. I doubt if I'm going to do that, but it's just something in my head. I do think this spoiler, in comparison to that, if they're trying to match it, it's a bit high, like it's aimed sweeping up higher like this more, versus on this, it's a bit more straight back. You can see it doesn't really go like a ducktail. It doesn't ducktail up. It sweeps a little bit, but then it's mostly straight like this, which is what I wish this had more. This feels a little bit exaggerated and angled up high. If anything, I would take it off anyways, and like I tried to show earlier, get a piece like this to fill it in here, but I don't think they have a piece that's exactly like 5 wide, or even if I could get another one at least and use this. I don't think, I'm still missing one side. It's only a 1x4, so I still need one more piece here to fill in there, which I could technically cut, but I tried not to do that. So anyways, if there's a way to round that out, I don't think Lego makes a piece like that. Not that thin. Yeah. Could I just do a straight? Well, I don't even think Lego makes this color, do they? A teal color? I'll check. If anything, maybe if there's a 1x5 tile that can go which they might have. I can go across, although it'd be kind of squared though, wouldn't have that rounded edge on which is needed on this side of it, right? It shouldn't be just straight and then straight. It should be this way and it should curve down, which this would be perfect. They only made it a little bit wider or made an extra piece that was smaller. So we'll see, unless I can find a way to simulate this more, but then again, I need to find something of this color unless I do it in black or something to make it look like, oh, it's maybe carbon fiber or something. But I'll think about it if there's any way to make it come out maybe a little bit more straight. Nothing I would really do in the front, although if I'm being honest, I think to make this look like it's got more of a body kit going, I might dare, if there was a way to if Lego makes it again in this color, if these parts were in the same body color, then it would look like more of a body kit that goes down to the ground lower. So just a black piece here, which it's okay, but I think to me, I think it would look better if it was body color match. It just gives it more of a body arrow kit effect too, because it looks like it's all one thing, and it's got this extra piece to it. Potentially, I'm just being really critical here, but from judging by proportion, I do think that the hood is just a little short. It should be a little bit further, like there should be a little bit more here. I don't know if the front necessarily needs to be. Realistically, actually, this whole section here should be moved forward by at least, I imagine, one stud. Oh, I don't know, it's pretty close. Maybe it's this curvature here. It's throwing me off. I guess it's about right. I do feel like it might be just a smidge shorter this way than it should be in real life proportionally. It should be, I feel like there should be just a little bit more hood. I don't know. I have to sit and stare at it and think about it. But as far as I can tell, the only immediate change that I think I can make that I should be happy with is recoloring these to a silver, maybe a gunmetal color. Nothing too dark. I don't want them black, but something that shines or just like smoked or a little bit tinted, or again, gunmetal color or something. That would be kind of cool if not silver. So that'd be the quickest fix. Don't think, I'll look into it, but I don't think there's any pieces I can put in there. This is too wide. I can see this won't fit there. This is basically pretty perfect, except if only it was just a little bit longer. But yeah, I think overall this is pretty cool. Doors open. It looks like you should be able to fit a minifigure in there. If anything, they might look a little small in there. Do I have one laying around? Not really. But it's all right. This is just pretty much going to be on display anyways. But I have to try to make it look its best. I'm going to recolor these wheels. And I'm not going to stick with these. These don't appeal to me. I would go with this style more. What would be cool is to grab maybe the ones. If I got another, these will look kind of good in white on this car, because actually white works with the teal better than the bronze in my opinion. But I think if you got the ones from the S2000, I think those are white, and it's not painted teal, but there is a blue raised print on it if I'm not mistaken. And so something this on white with this will work, but I really want to spend another, what is it, $22 or $24, whatever it is, for just to get the wheels. I think I'll just be fine with just spray painting these, because the text is so small, and I think just Ray's isn't the only one that makes this style wheels. There's a bunch of other brands. Like this is something that special in design, to be honest. I think Volk Racing does something like this. But yeah, so it could be from some other manufacturer. I do think better in silver, and I do like it. It is kind of stands out. Like it's got like all the way pushed to the edge and just a bit of poke, but not overly exaggerated, perhaps. Well, maybe a little, but no, it looks fine. It's got that little bit of poke. Give it the stance. I'd love to see. I like hatchbacks. I'd love to see if they could ever do a Volkswagen proper. Other than I have the power build one, which is basically from somebody's custom project that I think they paid to have manufactured and be able to sell, just like the F40 there that I have in power builds. But yeah, since Mattel is not shy about being able to make all sorts of custom parts just to make the car look good and proper, right? Yeah, it'd be awesome if they did that with a Volkswagen. But we'll see what they do next. I think there's. We already saw the new. Is it Aston Martin? I think that was one of the ones that got kind of leaked, or at least rumored. And there should be a Lamborghini in the works for Mattel. Right. I haven't seen anything yet. I'd hope it is a Countach because that's still my favorite Lamborghini, but it might be one of the modern ones. But we'll see when that happens. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this is great if you can get it at retail, which hopefully they should start to be able to hit the shelves. But I don't know. The Honda ones seem to be pretty hard to find. I see the Chevrolet Stingray. Yeah, it's just a Chevy, right? Chevy Stingray. And I think there's a Cadillac race car. I've seen the Audi, right? I think S4 Avant, if I'm not mistaken. That's what that is. And sometimes that's a Mercedes, but I don't really see the Honda or the Acura NSX. Same thing. Definitely haven't seen S2000, and supposedly these did hit the shelves, but because there's a tag for them on the shelf. But although after I got this and notified, and I placed the order and Target shipped this out, I still got notifications of oh, we just got these in stock or something. Hurry and get it. And I thought they were talking about more online. I don't need to order another one, but I noticed that there was inventory, so you can pick up at store at one of my local ones, and there was only like 5 or something. So then we get a small handful. That was just over the weekend, so it's 2 days ago. But I saw the numbers start to dwindle throughout the day. Actually, not even throughout the whole day, just in a couple hours. Like it was down to 2, and when I checked that later that day, it was already gone. So yeah, they sell out pretty quick. So yeah, you can't find them. I wouldn't pay any of the scalpers, whatever, trying to rob you of an extra $20, $40, or $60 on top of what this thing costs. There's no way you should pay that much for it. It's not that great of a model, but that's why I said I'm going to hold off and find it at retail. Except I got it with shipping, but hey, at least I don't have to keep going back and trying to rush and be disappointed not seeing it on the shelf still. It's hard for me to catch that stuff. So I said, well, if I saw a chance to order it, just order it and just be done with it. Just get it. And there we go. So I hope you like that. Let me just take this off and show you a lower angle. It's a little bit high. This is always one of my favorite views. The rear, like 3/4 angle. The car's butt looks good. From this angle, then that's good, because if you think about when you drive around and people around you, well, most of the time they're probably going to see this angle of your car a lot. So I think it's important to make this angle look good. It's not from across the street. You'll probably see it from this angle too. So front 3/4 should look good. and as this should anyways, but the side that you would think, you don't think about maybe as much, but actually, in actuality, people will actually see this angle the most. You're driving along on the freeway, down the street, coming up to an intersection, people around you, and all this, right? So, you know, if you want to make it a nice impression, you gotta make this look good in the back. Yeah, it's cool. It's already lowered, stands out. These are probably a bit exaggerated compared to what's on the actual Civic. I wouldn't know if they came with nice flared out fenders like this. That would be cool if they did. Well, I think in reality it's kind of like this, which is basically at least half this width. It doesn't poke out this much naturally, but I'll take it as a modified, body kitted out 90s Civic hatchback. All right, that will enough. Thanks for watching. Later.